How's it going, everybody? Brother Kimo here from Reload Hawaii. Thank you for watching another video. Let me show you how this spiky ball from hell relates to gout. I guess you can say today is all about the gout. Alright, so what is gout? Well, it's a form of inflammatory arthritis, nothing new. I get mine in my ankle. Another common place is the toe, but it can affect any joint just as arthritis does. So I get mine in my ankle. Let's pretend that this hinges my ankle, and I know this is not how an ankle works, but just bear with me, alright? So when I do not have gout, I'm able to bend my ankle and go to the bathroom with no problem, maybe even go to the refrigerator for a beer with no problem. And I'm able to jump and play just like any other boy, right? It flaps around just like this. However, when the arthritis kicks in, it is inflammatory, so it gets a little bit tight in here, right? The weird thing about gout is you get these crystals that form in here. And the combination of the crystals with the white blood cells trying to attack it, combine for a very uncomfortable situation. And that's where this ball of death comes from, right? So you get all these crystals just jammed into your joint, and you're trying to bend it and move, you're trying to walk, and it's very painful, the combination of both of those things. A quick explanation is, remember back in grade school where you had that experiment when the liquid reaches its level where nothing can dissolve anymore. So let's pretend that this is the current blood level in your body, right? So let's say maybe, I have a beer, right? So some of that accumulates like that, and over time, the uric crystal levels just keep building and building and building, and the uric acid doesn't have anywhere to go, so it crystallizes in the blood. It floats around in there until it finds a nice joint to settle down into. But let's have a closer look at uric acid. Yeah, so that's gout in a nutshell. There's better scientific explanations out there on YouTube about what it is. But let me back up a second and tell you about uric acid, because whenever I tell somebody I have gout, they're like, what the hell is uric acid? How is it for? Blah, 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 blah. So this is normally what happens in your body. So you eat something high in purines like beer and steak, which are two of my favorite, right? You eat it, it goes down into your body, your liver gets a hold of it, your liver metabolizes it, spits out this thing called uric acid. The uric acid hits your kidneys, and your kidneys filter it out. That's how it's supposed to work. However, somebody that suffers from gout has that kidney not being able to filter out a sufficient amount of uric acid, and it just keeps building and building and building up, just like in that glass of water that I poured the salt into. It gets to a point where the uric acid isn't being filtered out properly through the kidneys, and it can't find enough blood to dissolve into the bloodstream, and as a result, you get the spiky ball of death. Now, I'm not too sure what causes the pain for gout, if it's the crystals like this that are stabbing you in your joints, or if it's the process of the white blood cells coming to break these down. I do know that's what causes the heat that sometimes I feel in my ankle. Either way, it doesn't matter. If it's this hurts. Any movement you make makes life just a hell of a lot harder. Let me get into the main reasons that I'm making this video. Of course, one of the reasons I'm making this video is for awareness or education. So anybody out there that has gout out there in the YouTube community, or maybe you know somebody with gout, you can better relate to them. So again, this is just getting the word out as to what gout is. The next reason I wanted to make this video was just to share my experiences with anybody out there. So you know what I'm going through. If it's similar to what you're going through, then maybe you won't feel so alone in the realm of gout. And honestly, this is what I've experienced. They know how the process works and what causes it, but for each individual, it's going to be different. And I haven't had a doctor being able to tell me, yeah, it's just the beer that's doing it, or yeah, it's just a steak, stay away from that. It's a combination. You got to understand something, that I could eat all the red meat. For example, if I go to Ruth Chris, I roll in and I drink a whole bottle of red wine, which is another thing high in purines. I have a beer on the side, and I eat an entire cowboy ribeye, bone and ribeye. I could eat all of those things, but if at that time my uric acid level is low, it'll be able to handle that. However, on the other side, if slowly I've been building up my uric acid crystal or uric acid levels to a point where it's just about to overflow, and I don't eat anything for, I don't know, let's say a couple weeks, because again, I don't know what it is, but I have just one beer, that level might be high enough for that one beer to affect it. So you got to keep that in mind, that prevention is key. Keeping those uric acid levels down all the time is going to ensure that the gout is going to stay away from you. And then, of course, the one way to do that is to avoid the foods and purines. If you're not going to do that, the way to do that is through medication. And they have stuff to do that. Doctors can give you that medication. You can go the natural route, which I want to talk about right now. I'm taking this black cherry extract stuff, and it's helping, but I don't have any scientific data to back that up on. All I can say is I've been able to do the things like drink beer and eat red meat and not have it come back. And then when I'm off of it, like I get little pain in my ankle, so that could be it. Like I can feel that feeling that you can have when you know gout is coming. So whether or not it's out there, because you see those videos on YouTube a lot. Oh yeah, black cherry extract. You see those things on Facebook where you mix like ginger and cinnamon and turmeric, because turmeric is supposed to be another anti-inflammatory kind of thing that you can do that's natural. I don't know. All I can say is try it, and if it works, stick with it, right? Because that's going to help prevent it from coming back. Whatever is going to work, just make sure it doesn't harm your health. Guys, that's the ending of this video. I hope you found it useful. If you know somebody with gout, share it with them. If you have gout yourself, I hope your journey is going to be as pain-free as mine has been. I haven't had too many acute breakouts. But again, guys, thanks for watching this video. Hope you found it useful. If you liked it, give me the thumbs up, share it a lot. And as always, I'll catch you guys later.